There is a language older than speech, deeper than thought, a silent code that speaks directly to the hidden forces of the universe. Today we journey into the world of sigils, one of the most enigmatic and powerful tools in occultism. Prepare to uncover how a simple drawing can unlock your subconscious and manifest the reality you desire. What are sigils? Sigils are more than just intriguing drawings or cryptic symbols. They are encoded expressions of human intent. A sigil is a symbolic language created to communicate with the subconscious and tap into the hidden currents of the universe. The word sigil comes from the Latin sigillum, meaning seal or mark, a reference to something that guards or conceals a secret. In occult traditions, sigils are used to condense a desire or intention into a symbolic form that transcends the limitations of language. Their roots trace back to ancient magical practices, such as the seals used by medieval magicians and alchemists in grimoires to summon specific spirits or energies. However, it was the English occultist Austin Osman Spare in the early 20th century who gave sigils a modern psychological approach. Spare believed the true power of sigils lay in their ability to bypass the conscious mind, planting a seed of intention directly into the unconscious. He wrote, "The sigil is the art of hiding a desire in a symbol where it can be forgotten by the conscious mind and remembered by the unconscious." Unlike other forms of magic, sigils do not require elaborate rituals or complex tools. Their strength lies in their simplicity, the fusion of intention with symbolism. When you create a sigil, you're crafting a symbolic map that directs your mental and energetic focus toward a specific goal. That's why sigils are considered a form of practical, intuitive magic, accessible to both beginners and seasoned practitioners. But they don't stop there. Sigils have transcended their mystical origins and now permeate the modern world, in corporate logos, religious iconography, and even contemporary art. This proves their essence, symbolic communication with the subconscious, is truly universal. Our minds instinctively respond to symbols, often more powerfully than to words, because symbols access deeper layers of human perception. How do sigils work? Sigils function as symbolic keys, unlocking the vast potential of the unconscious and linking it to the creative forces of the universe. To grasp how this works, you must first understand the hidden architecture of the mind. Words pass through filters of logic and reason. Symbols, on the other hand, speak in the native tongue of the subconscious, bypassing conscious skepticism. In this symbolic terrain, intentions take root and grow into tangible outcomes. From a psychological standpoint, sigils operate like mental programming. When you create and activate a sigil, you are planting a desire in the fertile soil of your unconscious. Once it's embedded, freed from self-doubt and critical analysis, this intention begins to work silently in the background, subtly influencing your thoughts, actions, and even external circumstances. Synchronicities. This idea doesn't just belong to the realm of magic. It resonates deeply with modern psychology, which acknowledges the profound influence of symbols and archetypes on human behavior. Carl Jung famously stated that symbols are transformers of psychic energy, a definition that perfectly aligns with the role of sigils in occult practice. On an energetic level, sigils act as condensers of intention. During the creation process, you focus your mental and emotional energy into the symbol, infusing it with a clear and powerful purpose. When activated, whether through meditation, burning, drawing, or another ritual, the sigil releases this accumulated energy like a wave rippling across the universe. From that moment, the magic begins to unfold. The sigil silently goes to work, drawing people, events, and circumstances that align with your original desire. It's not about instant results, it's about subtle shifts in reality that begin to match your inner world. Ultimately, sigils function because they combine the three core pillars of magic: intention, symbolism, and detachment. Intention fuels the spell with meaning. Symbolism crystallizes that meaning into a visual key. Detachment is what releases the energy and allows the universe to do its part. It's like shooting an arrow. You must aim with precision, release with confidence, and trust that it will reach its target. Sigils, then, are more than just artistic expressions. They are practical, mystical reminders that magic isn't about control. It's about co-creation with the deeper forces of existence. Creating your own sigil, a ritual of intention and imagination. Magic isn't just an external act. It's a sacred dance between your deepest desires, your emotions, and your belief. And in this dance, sigils serve as both compass and key. Creating a sigil is a process that blends intuition and technique, where your desire is distilled into a unique and powerful symbol. It's a practice that unites art, psychology, and spiritual intention, allowing you to manifest change in your life with clarity and purpose. Though the steps are straightforward, each one demands presence, attention, and, most importantly, an authentic connection to your inner truth. Step 1. Define your intention. This is the foundation. Be precise and direct about what you want to manifest. Avoid vague phrasing or negative language. Instead, use affirmative, present tense statements that assume your desire has already been fulfilled. For example, rather than saying, "I want to overcome fear," declare, "I am brave and confident." This frames your sigil with certainty and strength, essential ingredients for effective symbolic work. Step 2. Break down the statement. Next, reduce your statement to its essence. Start by eliminating all vowels and repeated letters. What remains is a condensed string of core letters, stripped of excess but rich in symbolic energy. Using the earlier example, "I am brave and confident," you might end up with BRVCFNT. These letters will serve as the building blocks of your sigil. Step 3. Construct the symbol. Now comes the creative and intuitive phase. Combine the letters into an abstract design. Overlap them, curve them, flip them. Let your instincts guide the process. There are no rules here. Don't worry about aesthetics or readability. The goal is to create a shape that resonates with you, even if no one else understands it. This is your private language with the universe, a symbol only your subconscious needs to recognize. Step 4. Charge the sigil. With your sigil complete, it's time to charge it with energy. This is the moment where you imbue it with passion, intention, and life force. You can charge a sigil through meditation, visualization, breathwork, dancing, laughing, or any act that stirs strong emotion within you. Some choose moments of intense joy or release. Others prefer stillness and deep focus. However you do it, the key is to saturate the symbol with sincere emotional energy. Step 5. Activate and release. Finally, you must release the sigil into the universe. This is known as activation, the moment when you let go and allow your desire to unfold without interference. Burn it, bury it, let the wind carry it, or simply forget about it entirely. Detachment is vital. Like planting a seed, once the intention has been sown, you must trust the universe to nurture it. Sigils as a bridge between worlds. Creating a sigil is a deeply personal and sacred act. Every line you draw, every emotion you pour into it, is part of a silent dialogue with the cosmos. More than just a mystical practice, sigil making reminds you that you are a creator, capable of transforming internal will into external reality, as long as you trust in the process and in yourself. Sigils in history and modern life. Sigils aren't just magical tools hidden in arcane books. They've woven their way through time, appearing in daily life often unnoticed. From ancient stone carvings to modern marketing, the essence of sigils, the power of symbols to influence thought and behavior, remains universal. In antiquity, sigils were used in religious and magical rituals. The seals of Solomon, for instance, were intricate geometric patterns used to invoke protection, wisdom, or spiritual power. Medieval grimoires, like the Key of Solomon, are filled with sigils drawn to summon spirits or direct mystical forces. But their influence didn't remain confined to the world of esoteric rites. As centuries passed, sigils evolved and adapted. The modern sigil, logos, and cultural symbols. Today, corporate logos serve as modern-day sigils. Carefully designed to stir specific emotions and ideas, these visual emblems operate just like magical symbols, activating deep subconscious responses in those who see them. Take Nike's swoosh, a sleek, minimalist curve that instantly invokes speed, movement, and victory. Or Apple's bitten apple, a subtle nod to forbidden knowledge, innovation, and rebellion. Even McDonald's golden arches work as a sigil, familiar curves that trigger a sense of comfort, routine, and immediate satisfaction. These symbols bypass conscious thought, touching something instinctive. Just like traditional sigils, they condense powerful ideas into simple shapes that influence emotions and drive behavior. The timeless power of sigils. In both spiritual practice and daily life, sigils have found a lasting place, etched into journals, embedded in artworks, or even inked permanently as tattoos. For many, they serve as personal totems, constant reminders of intentions, aspirations, or inner truths. Their influence also pulses through broader cultural movements, particularly in psychedelic art and graphic design, where symbolic imagery is often used to provoke introspection or convey layered abstract ideas. But what gives sigils their timeless and universal appeal? The answer lies in the inherent power of symbols. Unlike words, which are bound by language and cultural context, symbols speak a deeper, more primal language. They communicate directly with the subconscious, effortlessly crossing barriers of language, geography, and history. This explains why civilizations that never encountered each other often produced similar patterns and motifs, spirals, mandalas, stars, expressions of a shared human intuition. By recognizing the presence of sigils throughout both our past and present, we begin to understand that they are far more than an occult curiosity. They are part of a universal visual language, linking the human experience to something greater, something transcendent. Whether it's a mystic invoking divine protection with a hand-drawn sigil or a modern designer crafting a logo to captivate millions, the underlying principle remains the same. Symbols have the power to shape both the inner world of the soul and the outer world of society. Sigils remind us that the language of the subconscious is not bound by time or place. It speaks across cultures, across generations, directly to the heart, the spirit, and the mind. Thank you for watching.